Feed your mind and your body and spirit will follow. Alternative Talk 1150.
There's an interesting story about a gentleman who was the first African-American co-captain of Annapolis football team. This man is amazing.
We are LA Talk Radio.
He was the first African-American man to break the race barrier, and he won every possible award you could in foot. His attribute was seizing opportunities. And when people say, well, that's out of my comfort zone. I can't do that. That's out of my comfort zone. And he said, stop saying that. Start saying, I'm going to expand my comfort zone.
We have a certain gentleman in the audience that we would like to have a shout out to or pay tribute to. This man is very interesting because we looked up and found out that we were going to put together a project. And this project is his brainchild, and he's a motivational speaker. And so this man knows what he's talking about when it comes to motivation and speaking to our young people.
I feel that I have an obligation, not only to myself or to my parents, but to all other people in this nation, to show them that if you want to get up and try to do it, it can be done. He holds his head up and says, yeah, in essence, if he could do it, I could do it.
It's not about doing it by yourself. It's about teamwork. It's not about following all the time. It's about leadership. You see the inscription, died in battle. It kind of brings you back to home, puts you back in focus that the fact is that we're here to become officers and to serve our country.
You guys have a wonderful opportunity. You guys take the right road.
And this is something that we're going to put together. We're going to bring motivational speaking together and powerful speaking and also music. And try to put the thing together where, music is very important. We feel like we're losing that in our society as well, especially our schools. And you know what? It's like God said, our music. It's going to be something unique.
If the music feels good, you want to get up and shake a little bit, get up. Believe me, it's going to be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Watt of God Center. I'm going to go now by phone up to Washington, D.C., and I welcome the one and only Mr. Jeffrey Sapp, who is a national motivational speaker. And I want to tell you that Mr. Jeffrey is really doing something that's really great with a great, great big heart, and most of all, doing so much for this country. Mr. Sapp, good evening, sir. Welcome to Talking to Dr. Daddio.
Hey, Dr. Daddio, good evening to you, and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I'm honestly blessed, and I'm excited about talking with you on the phone.
Well, I want you to let's get started with that by you telling us a little bit about who is Jeffrey Kendall Sapp.
Absolutely. I was born and raised in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I turned out to be a pretty good athlete. I played football, wrestling, gymnastics, and track. I lettered every time I could letter in those sports. And I was co-captain for team captain football.
Wonderful.
I completed a Navy career in the Navy. I retired as a Navy captain. I have commanded 6 different warships. I've served in a variety of Navy functions, including being the senior aide-de-camp to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, working at Southern University and 4 other universities for education, being the deputy director at the United States Naval Academy. I was also the deputy director of the Navy's enlisted manpower system. I retired in 1977, and I worked a couple of jobs as a vice president, one for a national nonprofit, Education Focus. I also worked for a maritime nonprofit. I've been a consultant to Booz Allen Hamilton, but I decided to go for my number one love, which is something I've been doing throughout my career, and that is motivational speaking, which I started back at the Naval Academy. And I've since spoken at 500 schools across the country, including in Denver. I'm dedicated and committed to putting the full court press to get out there because, as you well know, if you talk education, our kids need to see role models. We need to offer them different points of view so that they can get a focus on their life and achieve the things that they can. Destiny is not a matter of chance. is a matter of choice. It's not a thing to be hoped for, it's a thing to be achieved.
Yes,
so if you toss that with that quote from William James Bryant, I'm trying to help these kids and the businesses and other folks achieve their destiny.
Well, you got the program going now, and it's dealing with STEM and teaching and educating young people in areas such as the sciences, the technology, engineering, the arts, mathematics, and we're going to throw in music at this point.
Absolutely. When I think about STEM, I think about the original Apollo mission to the moon. I think about the Mars rover. And I also think about how our president and educators remind us that a world-class STEM workforce is essential to virtually every goal that we have in the nation, whether it's a broadly shared economic prosperity or international competitiveness or a clean energy future or a longer, healthier life for Americans. That's very important. But the arts part of it is I've incorporated in what we do when we're encouraging kids to pursue their education, because in my mind, innovation happens when convergent thinkers, that is, people who march straight ahead towards a goal, combine their forces with divergent thinkers, folks who are professionally wander and, who are comfortable with being uncomfortable and who look for what is real and truly believe in the Socratic contention about the unexamined life is not worth living. When you dovetail those two together, I think we have more creativity, we have more ingenuity. And so instead of just focusing on STEM, I put the A in there and we call it STEAM. And that's what we encourage them to wherever they want to go, just go for it. I work with Steve Watts with the Denver-based group, Pharaoh. We work together. He's my musical side of the house. I found out that he shares the same goals and visions and passion to our kids, to the future. And so we decided to team up to take the motivational speaking, dovetail that with the music, and now we truly can talk STEAM. We talk about how music's integrated into mathematics. We talk about also how it's integrated with business and other things. But we say things and present it. We're talking to students. We say and do things that entertain, that excite, that educate, inspires, but also empowers.
Well, I know that.
All right, y'all ready for this? All right, let's do this. I know I'm ready. I'd like to introduce Jeffrey Kendall Sapp.
All right.
Come on.